by that classic piece of front running is still the game's record at 3:32, and such is the quality that could go. We've lost Khalik St John of Antigua, but his withdrawal notwithstanding, this is an incredible lineup. Kerr got the Olympic bronze last year. Chariot got the silver. He's the former world champion. Elliot Giles of England will fancy he can get in the shake-up for a place in the final. An excellent 800-metre runner. And Ollie Hoare of Australia, an NCAA champion and an Oceanian record holder. There he is on the outside. He's been in cracking form this year. 3:32, his lifetime best. Semis in Eugene, made the final last year. And Paflele, the African Championship silver medalist, sporting an interesting piece of headgear. This is Dange Miners, national champion last year over the 800 for Bermuda. Elliot Giles, he'll get a good reception from the crowd. European bronze in 2016, semi-finalist in Doha and in Tokyo last year. Alex Makakua of Mozambique, national junior record this year. Now to the Ugandan, Abu Mayanji, 5 times a national champion, knocked down in the heats of the African champs. William Paulson was born in Tetbury in Gloucestershire, but now represents Canada. He's in good form this year, only just missed out on a place in the final in Eugene a couple of weeks ago. Karan of Fiji was 4th in the Oceanian Championships. And now to Timothy Chariot, silver medalist in the Com Games 4 years ago, world champion in Doha, but only 6th in Eugene, the Olympic silver medalist. Well, this guy always runs in the shades and nearly always has a smile on his face. 5th in Eugene, but he got the Olympic bronze last year. And Jake Hayward, the Welsh record holder, former European junior champion, 9th in the Tokyo final last year. Only 5 of these men, plus 2 non-automatic qualifiers across both semi-finals, will be coming back for a big showdown at the end of Saturday morning's athletics. This is brutal qualification, a genuinely world-class lineup for the first semi-final of the men's 15. Well, what a brilliant final in prospect, and before it, 2 races that individually, Tim Hutchings, would probably on their own be good enough for a showdown for gold, silver and bronze. This is going to be thoroughly intriguing.
You said it exactly right. The world champion Jake Whiteman goes in the second heat, semi-finals as you described them quite rightly. I mean, this is ridiculous. You've got the world champion from 2019, you've got the Olympic bronze medalist Josh Kerr in there, you've got a Tokyo finalist Jake Hayward of Wales, who didn't really get the recognition he deserved for that one, and he leads at the moment as they head down the home straight for the first time. Elliot Giles had a lot of injury problems but has fantastic finishing speed. Ollie Hoare of Australia, semi-finalist at the World Championships. He's running there in 3rd place with a lot of frustration in those legs, I think, Rob.
Yes, and Ollie Hoare is well known on the NCAA circuit. National gold medal for them in the NCAAs in 2018, and that's such a hard title to win, as Mayanja of Uganda leads with Hayward in 2nd. And no move yet from the distinctive headgear. It's kind of like a golfing skipper cap that he's wearing with a blast of hair coming out the top. The South African Pafalele, who was the African Championship silver medalist, now the small figure from the Rainbow Nation, coming up onto the shoulder of Ollie Hoare. And they're just beginning to start jostling for position here.
Well, it's very tightly packed, isn't it, 4 abreast there. I've never seen anybody running in a little golf peak cap like that. He's a tiny figure, is Mafalele, but they come through 2 laps to run. And Jake Hayward here, I think, doing the right thing. The pace for that first lap, Rob, pretty useful, 58.6. Just nice, healthy tempo. And it's been maintained here, I think, because of Jake Hayward's injection of pace. This is 800 metres, and this is good because it means that over the next 700, if they can wind it up nicely, although a 61, I'm a bit disappointed with that, but if they can wind this up, then we could get non-automatic qualifiers from this.
And they do have the disadvantage of going first, so it is a sensible tactic from Hayward, the former European junior champion. And look at the way he stretched things out here, determined to give himself the best possible chance of qualifying. And the big names are beginning to make a move. Ollie Hoare is up on Hayward's shoulder. Josh Kerr, the shade-wearing Scot, who was the bronze medalist last year, and 5th behind Jake Whiteman. He's in 3rd with Chariot, the former world champion, just on the Scots shoulder as they come up now towards the bell. This is going to be tight, and this has been good pacing by Hayward, and a little group are beginning to pull away.
I think Hayward's doing the right thing here. He needs to keep winding it up and beginning to separate, doesn't he? The names are dropping away off the back of this, but all the big names are there. And Hayward here has just got to keep his head down, but remember to save something for the home straight. Come off that final bend, knowing you can hit it hard.
Hayward has done so much of the pace-making duties, but Ollie Hall with those big wide shoulders looking very comfortable in 2nd place. Kerr, the Olympic bronze medalist, on the inside. Chariot with that distinctive forward lean just ahead of Kerr. Elliot Giles, better known as an 800-metre runner, although he is a 3:33 man. He's looking over his shoulder and he's glimpsing for Paulson of Canada. 6 in this group. 1 will miss out. Looks like it might be Paulson leaning to the side. Hall, Chariot, Hayward, Kerr and Giles will be there as of right. Paulson might be okay in 6th, but he'll have to wait and see if he goes through as one of the 2 non-automatic qualifiers. I think the whole field owe a little handshake there to Jake Hayward, the Welshman, because he turned that into an honest pace. We've got the 2019 world champion through, the Olympic bronze medalist Josh Kerr through, and a whole host of others, including the Oceanian mile record holder Ollie Hall. We already know it's going to be a great final, and we've still got another semi to come.
Yeah, no major surprises there. Ollie Hall looking very good indeed. He is a man who's racing with a little bit of hunger and fire in his heart. Josh Kerr too, likewise, I think probably very disappointed with his 6th place at the World Championships. He misjudged that race. A tactical error, I would say, on the part of Josh Kerr, former NCAA champion. The Scot, his compatriot, of course, Jake Whiteman, goes in the next race. Elliot Giles looking just fine. There is a lovely smooth runner. There he is, 2nd to left. I expected Paulson to be able to go with them. He's a 3:33 runner. I mean, he's not exactly a slouch, Paulson. He shouldn't have been hanging onto the back of that group. I got the last lap at 55.6, so nothing spectacular really in a 3:37 race. But Paulson there at the back of the group, really struggling to go with it. Just not fluid, is he? Don't know if he's been carrying an injury or what, but that's not the William Paulson I expected to see.
Well, Hall, Kerr, Chariot, Hayward and Giles all looking very comfortable there. But Ollie Hall, I agree with you, Tim. I think he feels he's got a point to prove it. On and off on the Diamond League circuit, he's been absolutely magnificent in certain races, and he'll feel that this is a big opportunity for him to get in amongst the likes of Kerr on the right there, who got an Olympic bronze last year. And I also agree with you. I think he would be slightly disappointed on what he produced in the final in Eugene after looking magnificent in the heats and the semis.
Well, Ollie Hall, of course, ran 3:32 indoors back in February in New York, and I think a lot of people expected more from him this outdoor season.
Hall, Chariot, Hayward, Kerr and Giles all safely into what promises to be a spectacular final. Paulson with 3:38 plus